London, 1888, the streets of Whitechapel were filled with poverty, crime and shadows. But that year, a brutal killer emerged, one who would become the most infamous murderer in history. He was never caught. We only know him by the name Jack the Ripper. Between August and November of 1888, 5 women, now called the Canonical Five, were murdered with shocking brutality. Mary Ann Nichols, murdered on August 31st, was found with deep slashes to her throat and stomach. Annie Chapman, just a week later, had organs removed with what appeared to be surgical skill. Elizabeth Stride was attacked on September 30th, but some believe the Ripper was interrupted as her body was less mutilated. That same night, Catherine Eddowes was found nearby, her body horrifically disfigured, one of the most gruesome crimes of the era. Finally, Mary Jane Kelly, killed on November 9th, suffered the most horrific mutilations of all, her body almost unrecognizable. The murders shocked Victorian London and the world. Newspapers published every grisly detail, and fear spread like wildfire. The Metropolitan Police launched one of the largest manhunts in British history. Over 2,000 people were interviewed, 300 investigated and 80 detained. But the killer always seemed to vanish into the fog. Letters claiming to be from Jack the Ripper began arriving at police stations and newspapers. The most famous, the Dear Boss letter, was signed with the name that still haunts us today. Some letters even contained human remains, though most are believed to be hoaxes. Despite massive public pressure, Scotland Yard was left with nothing but speculation and fear. So who was Jack the Ripper? Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some say he was a local butcher, explaining the swift, precise cuts. Others point to a surgeon or medical student, given the removal of organs that suggested anatomical knowledge. A sensational theory accused Prince Albert Victor, grandson of Queen Victoria. Conspiracies even suggested a royal cover-up. But historical records show the prince wasn't even in London during the murders. The most widely accepted suspect is Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber with documented mental illness who lived in Whitechapel. In 2014, DNA evidence from a shawl allegedly linked him to Catherine Eddowes, but experts later revealed the sample was contaminated, leaving the case unsolved. Over 130 years later, Jack the Ripper remains the ultimate cold case. His crimes gave birth to modern forensic science, inspired endless books and films, and left a dark scar on London's history. But the question still lingers. Was he a doctor, a butcher, a member of the royal family, or someone whose name we'll never know? Jack the Ripper didn't just kill his victims. He stole their voices and left behind a mystery that still chills the world. Over a century later, his identity remains hidden in the shadows.